Hello students, today we will discuss a beautiful poem that is on killing a tree, and it is written by Gieve Patel. So Gieve Patel is an Indian writer from Mumbai and he born in 1940. Gieve Patel poetry is marked by keen observation and irony and conveys the sense of the ordinary. Every year Patel conducts a poetry workshop for students of the Rishi Valley. Mr. Patel is a poet, playwright and a painter. In his poetry, he uses notable flavor of everyday speech. Means his poem touch the heart of ordinary people. The language he used, the ordinary language, means which is easily understand for everyone. And he is considered as a green lover or environment lover. Most of his poems are based on environment, and this poem on killing a tree is also the poem based on environment. Here he used a sarcasm, but through the sarcasm he provide a message that he want to give a message that we should save environment, we should save tree. This is an ironical poem. Ironical means when you convey a statement but it is having an opposite meaning. So through this poem he is giving a beautiful message that we should save our nature, we should save our environment. Then also we can give the respect to the earth. Then only we can fulfill the responsibility which we have towards our nature. In this poem, Gieve Patel says that how to kill a tree means how can we kill a tree fully. When we cut a tree, it grows again and again, but when we uprooted it, then it dead for lifetime. But he is saying that how to cut a tree, but he is giving an opposite meaning, ironical meaning, that we should not cut a tree, means a kind of sarcasm he used in this poem. So let's start the poem. In the first stanza, it takes much time to kill a tree. Not a simple jab of knife will do it. It has grown, slowly consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous hide, sprouting leaves. In the first stanza, the poet says, it takes much time to kill a tree. When we cut a tree, it takes much time, not a simple jab of knife. It is not a simple job to cut a tree. Means with a simple cut or with a simple jab we cannot kill a tree fully. It has grown, slowly consuming the earth. Means when you cut a tree, again it grows from where you have cut. The poet says that a tree grows gradually, it is rooted in the soil. A plant nutrition from the soil. The plants or the tree get its nutrients elements from the soil, from the earth. It consumes the earth. The tree rises out of the earth. The earth and the tree has a beautiful bonding. They have a strong bonding. It is difficult to separate the tree from the earth. So when you want to cut a tree or kill a tree fully, you have to detach the tree from the earth. As we can see, there is a strong bonding between the mother and child. Similarly, the strong bonding is there between the earth and the tree. Suppose the earth is the mother and the tree is the child. So it is difficult to detach the child from its mother. As a child gets everything from his mother, when he borns get feeding by his mother, just like that the trees are also getting feeding from the earth. They get all the nutrients from it, the sunlight, air and water, and out of it leproside sprouting leaves. As we know, leprosy is a kind of disease which causes the different spots on our body or discolored in the body. Similarly, the tree is having a strong layer on it, and from the discolored layer the small leaves sprouts, it grows up. Come to next stanza. So hack and chop, but alone won't do it. Not so much pen will do it. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise cold green twigs. Miniature bough, which if unchecked will expand again to former size. Here the poet says, human cut and chop the branches of the trees into many pieces, but hedge is not sufficient to destroy the tree. Means when you simply cut the branches of the tree into many pieces, it is not sufficient to kill a tree. The point of tree which gets cut gives out sapling like a human being bleeds. Means when you cut a tree, it bleeds like human being. When you injured the blood coming out or released from our body. Similarly, when we chop a tree, when we cut a tree, it releases a kind of liquid that bleeds like the blood. Okay. Gradually this would heals, and from there new branches start growing again. Means we cut it, but again after some time or after some days, from the area which we have already cut, from there the new branches, the new twigs, the new leaves come out. It grows up. Stanza 3. No, the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be roped, tied and pulled out, snapped out, or pulled out entirely out from the earth cave, and the strength of the tree exposed, the source white and wet, the most sensitive hidden for years inside the earth. In this stanza, the poet says that in order to kill the tree, it has to be uprooted. One has to separate the tree from earth which support it. The poet says when we want to cut a tree or kill a tree properly or totally, then we have to separate the earth and the tree from each other. Then only we can cut it or kill it. Means you have to uproot the tree. The root of the tree bind the soil in the pit of the earth. From there, the most sensitive and hidden part of the tree, the roots have to be detached. The roots are white in color and damp. Means when we uprooted a tree, when you pulled out from the earth, then you can see the actual strength of the tree, and it is the root. Means the tree is having the original strength in its root, the root which sap the tree, which create a strong bond between the tree and the earth, and this is the source of strength. And when you pull out it or uprooted it, then you can see it is white and white color and wet, the most sensitive and hidden for inside the earth, the roots which are inside the earth for several years, and it is hidden inside it. Stanza 4. Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting, withering, and then it is done. Here the poet says, once the tree has been uprooted, then gradually it withers and dries up with the action of heat and wind. The poet says, when we uprooted a tree, then automatically it dries off and it dies. Okay, means when you withering start, or when it's starting drying up, the action of the tree stops there. The heat and the wind dries the roots and the whole tree, and it take the tree near the death. The trunk will brown in color, twist and will harden. Finally, the tree will die this way. So when we want to kill a tree, then we have to uproot it and we have to dry it in sunlight. Then it will be hardened and convert into dark brown color, and finally it will die. In this way we can cut a tree, but the poet is not giving the message that we should cut a tree. This poem is written in a free verse through fine detail, brilliant image, logical sequence, and conversational ease. The poet brings from the meaning to his poem. Means the poet gives a beautiful meaning to each and every line. The poem is about the harm done to the environment by human being. In a voice of sarcasm and irony, the poet speaks of human violence and impatience towards nature. The poem is written in a beautiful way to give a brilliant message that the nature is not for our use only. It is our duty to save it, to protect it. It is the responsibility of each and every citizen that we should plant tree, we should save our nature, because the nature gives everything to us and it's our duty to save it. Thank you.